Tensions were high today at one vendor stall on campus. Good evening, I'm Kaylee Heck. And I'm Rachel Ramos. Several students were offended by the swastikas displayed on some of the t-shirts.
Ilana Spiegel was shopping at this booth on campus when she noticed something unusual.
I was walking to class this morning and I saw this vendor selling t-shirts with Nazi symbolism on them, and I was deeply upset, but I remained calm and walked up to the vendor with a t-shirt and I said, "Why are you selling Nazi symbolism?" He said, "Oh, we're trying to reclaim this symbol and show that it's a symbol of peace." I said, "Yes, as a Chinese, mixed-race Chinese woman, I understand the history behind the swastika. However, you cannot erase the connotation to evil and destruction and death."
That's when vendor Gordon McGinnis put the shirts away.
And if I offended anybody, I'm sorry. I took it down, and I wouldn't even sold it if I would have thought it was promoting. I thought it was promoting anti-racism.
Americans support Nazism on this campus.
Will you let me speak? You have no respect, ma'am, and that is...
Spiegel called DPS because she wanted the vendor gone. DPS stepped in to stop the argument, but no officers would talk to Annenberg media about the incident.
While some say the swastika symbols on the t-shirts represent hatred and death, others argue that the vendor has the right to freedom of speech to sell whatever products he'd like.
I have a very big issue with the oppression of freedom of speech. I might not agree with what you're saying, but I will defend to my death your right to say it. I want views that are contrasting to mine, but I do not want my views to be silenced. I don't really think having a t-shirt up at a place of private business where it is his choice to sell what he would like to is affecting anyone.
We reached out to the Trojan Event Services Director who grants permits to vendors on campus. He declined to comment on the situation. Meantime, USG President-elect Austin Dunn says he plans to improve the vetting process for vendors.
Although this vendor is approved, there is merchandise that should probably not be sold. So figuring out how can you vet a vendor and figure out what merchandise can be sold, what cannot. That's something that I have no idea about and something I can't speak on quite yet, but a dialogue that will definitely begin to open to kind of respond to situations like this.
Hillel, a Jewish organization on campus, sent out an email late today saying, quote, "These images are anti-Semitic and trivialize the Holocaust, an incredibly dark period in history in which more than 6 million Jews perished. They have no place on our campus." The t-shirt selling vendor packed up as DPS watched late this afternoon.